Hey, what's up? Whoa, levels are hot. What's going on? I was playing around my board earlier. Should have double checked that. I make sure all my other stuff's muted that I was playing with. We're good. Wow! So, looks like I realized the other day that none of my alerts were working for anything, for Twitch, for Mixer, YouTube. It was a problem with Streamlabs. I've been working with, I had a ticket out with Streamlabs, been working with their chatting back and forth with them for the past couple days. Great support. A little trouble at first and confusion because they always seem to go right for your encoding software and stuff like that. It turned out, I mean, from what I found, it had to do with the way my accounts were linked. If you use multiple accounts on Streamlabs, it gets a little tricky, but when months ago when I added my Mixer account and linked my Mixer and my Twitch account until I merged them together, I ended up like losing my tip jar, wasn't able to get it back, couldn't even use the test feature on the Streamlabs website, and my tip jar wouldn't show up there. So trying to explain that to their chat, to their customer support representative got really confusing. Eventually I was able to convey it to them, and without even a response from them, they were able to help me sort it out, which was interesting. It kind of just like happened today. Like I restarted my coding software and the tip jar showed up, and I was like, kind of have it hiding behind me right here right now just as testing. I don't really get much interaction right now because I am kind of so new to the game and such a low level streamer that we'll see what happens. I mean, I've noticed now that I've worked it all out looking at my events that in my recent events that there was a lot of alerts that didn't go through. So yesterday, like C Cook 1520 followed, Regulator 343 followed 4 days ago, Major B Jones followed. I think that one went through. Those went through on my events list anyway. You see my events list is kind of populated with tests and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to test everything here. And whoa, why am I like in the roof here? Hello. That scared me for a second. So yeah, I put in too much work to lose all this. Yeah, let's just go down the list here and kick out all my tests so this looks a little more official. You can see my alerts are working. Tip jar still looks a little funky there. I might have to do some work on it. I don't know if I have it set for follows to come through. But maybe because they were, because I'm kind of rehashing them, they don't put anything through the tip jar. But we'll see. See what happens as the stream goes on. All right. So yesterday was kind of like filling my wish list day of getting ammo and getting stuff sorted. I still have some sorting to do here in my inventory. I'm going to eat this right away. Yeah, I filled my wish list. I got my rail that I needed for my AK, which I was working on. Kind of just getting things organized so I know what's what and where everything is. I got a couple bandages there I can grab quick. So I'm down here, so depending on where I am in my inventory, I can quickly bandage. I probably could add them to a quick launch. Speaking of quick launch, let's get my other guns in the quick access menu. Add a bandage there. Let's throw a grenade in number 6. Well, maybe we should move the grenade number 5, put the bandage in 6. And aspirin. I know I have painkillers somewhere. Antibiotics. Painkillers. I'll put painkillers in 7. Just so I don't have to go into my menu to take them. Grab that in case I want to craft something in a minute. Still have to find a toolkit. All right, I'm kind of out in the middle of nowhere, so I shouldn't really run into anybody here. But this is what I like to do anyway on these little hatches. Surprise! Somebody's there. And you surprise them. Yeah, all the doors are closed here anyway. I don't think anybody's around. So, my plan here is to, what was that? My plan here is to move south. I need to fill my water bottle as well. And there's a water pump over here. Let's just clear this all out, make sure nobody's around. There's a well here. I thought there was a water pump here. All right, there's a well. I don't know if I can fill my water bottle at a well. Or I can drink, but I can't fill my water bottle. I'd rather be able to just fill my water bottle. Last time I just drank from a well, I got shot in the back of the head. Alright, so I don't want to go to this bunker here. I don't need to go into any bunkers or anything at this point. Today I'm going to eat mushrooms. I like to pick them up first and just read about them before I eat them, until I have an idea of what's what. Yeah, so I want to eat mushrooms and look into getting my vitamin D levels higher, see if that works, and finding players to increase my fame. Just want to steer clear of that bunker there. It's nice to see the same names in side chat, so you get like a good community on this server of players that are playing every day. New names pop up every once in a while, so that's always good. Multitasking here right now. All right, I heard the mech. See, I'm not watching. I'm drifting closer to that bunker. It could get me killed. Well, what's going on my green screen? Oh, that's the tip jar. All right. Got to get used to that. I don't know if that's where the tip jar will permanently sit. I mean, I've gone this long without it working. Do I really need it? I'm not partnered or anything. It's not like you guys can, well, I guess you could, donations would show up there if you, on my Mixer channel, I have a donation link set up. But I haven't set that up on my Twitch or my YouTube streams yet, so something I can work on tomorrow. Or maybe over the weekend I'll work on those channels. So I've kind of gone wide around that bunker. I'm going to head over to this town over here and see if I can find players. I know for a fact that it's going to be tough to get across this bridge. Let me think about this for a second, because I want to be on the other side of the bridge. If I go to this bridge, cut across there, and then cut into that town, I might be able to get a line of sight on a guy that's got a base and hangs out there. So that's what I'm going to do. It pays to have a little intel sometimes. I've already been through that town. I kind of know where players hang out and where their bases are set up. And I think it's a two-man squad that's got a little room fortified just in one of the small houses that's on the river side of the town. Well, I guess riverside, the east side of the street where the bridge is. So they're, I guess you could say, no, I'm sorry, southwest of the bridge. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, we're going to take this bridge and cut over. It's starting to get dark. This happened to me last time I was here. I was at the beginning of my stream, which is like kind of when the sun is setting on this server, and it made it tricky to take these guys out because I constantly had sun glare. This is the direction they were facing and the position I was in. So I was hesitant to push on them because I couldn't really see where they were moving and everything with the sun right in my eyes. And by the time I rotated around, I had taken a few shots at one guy, and I don't know if he battle logged or just like they hid inside the house. Maybe they were getting ready to log out anyway, and I kind of surprised them. I want to give them the benefit of the doubt that they didn't just combat log on me, but to me that's what it looked like they did. So another thing happened yesterday. I had dropped my my Astro A40 headset I'm wearing right now actually, and now I don't really hear it, but like there's a loose part rattling around inside it. It kind of sounds like a baby rattle that has just one little bead left in it in my my right ear. Sometimes when I tip my head back and put it forward again, I hear it rattling around in there. I was kind of upset about it, but I was looking for information on disassembling this headset, just so I don't break any parts. I want to see if there's a guide, anybody's done this before. I looked everywhere. iFixit, all the different websites, YouTube videos. I mean, the YouTube videos of kids taking this headset apart, man, they're just butchering it. And they really don't know what they're doing. So I'm going to have to kind of figure it out. But what I did was, I mean, I was planning on transitioning away from this headset as much as I like it, how comfortable it is, how good it sounds. Because I play with my volume up so loud, because I like to hear everything coming a mile away, it bleeds into my microphone. And I don't even have, I mean, if I had my my studio mic set up or something, it would sound way worse. You would hear every little footstep coming out of my headset. So I'm using a Lav cardioid condenser mic to kind of cut down on the background noise. But still, when I like fire a gun, or if I'm near a mech that's firing, or loud noises when I'm moving things around my inventory, bleed into my microphone. And I've noticed that in, like, when I'm editing my YouTube videos and stuff. So I'm trying to figure out how to get away from that without losing my volume levels and putting myself at a disadvantage when I play. Yeah, I could change up my mic, but I like the way this mic sounds. There's a lot of other things I can do. But I think the best thing for me to do is I have studio headphones, Shure in-the-ear headphones that I use when I used to do a lot of like hosting live streams, you know, at conventions or in studio talk shows and stuff that I've done in the past. I wear those because you can't see them on camera, and they hide real nice, but they sound really good, and there shouldn't be any noise bleeding out of them. So I'm gonna try those out. I kind of don't want to, because these guys' bass is like, it's right here on the edge of the water. I can kind of see it from here. So I want to get a good position here. I'm going to switch out to my hunting scope and just kind of overwatch here and see if I can see any movement. This is a nice little sunken in area here to mess with my scopes anyway. Alright, I'm psyched. This is the first time I've been able to use this scope. I've been carrying it around. Well, I'll use it on a gun. So they're somewhere in one of these houses here. I think they're on the front side of this house. Alright, they haven't fortified the back side of it at all. Not that I can see from here. I'm just going to slowly push up on this town. I was thinking about only just hiding in that barn, but camping while streaming is never a good look. See if there's any signs of debris in the street, because what they'll do is they'll hang out and camp in their little fort, and they'll take out players that are running along the street. That's what I noticed last time I came through here. There was a lot of remnants of people's kits, stuff they had left behind after the body disappears, and I don't see any of that right now. You can get a little bit better angle. I know there's some places I can fill my water bottle in here, so if I can make sure the area is clear, I'll do that. I'll fill my water bottle. It's just shadows playing with me. Alright. Thought I saw movement in that building. They're the third house over there is where they had the base. So they should hear my footsteps if they're paying attention, if they're here. Oh yeah. Somebody in the building next door to me.
Cookie gang, cookie gang, cookie gang, cookie gang.
Oh, you heard me definitely. Saying cookie gang.
I don't have a weapon.
no weapon. I'm sitting on a sled. Right at the stairs. Just spawned it in, sitting on a sled. Dude, I'm upstairs. If you're gonna come kill me, you're gonna come kill me. I have no weapon. I'm on a fucking snow sled.
Hey, what's up, man?
Not much. Just spawned it.
Yeah, how's that sled?
It's pretty slow, actually.
Cool. So what's going on around here? You know anything? You know anything about what's going on in this town?
I literally just spawned it in.
Great command of the English language. All right. You see any? You said you just spawned in, so you new around here? You don't know much about this area?
No. This is the first time I've been on this server.
Ah. All right. Well, there's a group of guys who have a base across the street, so that's who I thought you were.
Oh, you're trying to get.
Well, that's what I do. I hunt people.
All right. Well, shit. Where do you get all the gear at around here? I want to start hunting.
There's actually a lot of gear on this server. You just got to work for it. Yeah, go to the like the high-end bunkers and stuff like that.
Where on the map are they?
Like
I know B1.
yeah, there's like the bigger bunkers like D4. C2, those bunkers. You can find some stuff at the dam itself, usually. But I'm going to head out in case somebody rolls up, so good luck, man. Be careful.
All right, man.
And if I see you again with a gun, I'll
Good luck,
probably
man.
kill you if I see you with a gun again, just so you know.
Okay.
I just don't want to hang around now that I made a bunch of noise there, and you know, he could be totally BSing me and have friends nearby. He could have been a decoy. That was a big risk. So I was just thinking like what he was saying, like something Cookie Clan or something like that. So clearly he plays with a group. So I kind of think he wasn't being 100% truthful. I think he was kind of BSing me, thinking that I'd let him go. But the fact that he didn't have a kit or anything like that, I'm going to let him go. And we're not in like a military area, so to speak. I'm a little more lenient that way. And the fact that he said he's new to this server and he just spawned in, he could be negative fame points. I need to drink. Not the best spot, but because it's kind of dusk and it's hard to see, I'm gonna go for it. Oh, I'm heading the wrong way, kind of. I want to go up towards that C2 bunker that I was telling that kid about. He said, I just spawned in. I scared it off. I was thinking about taking out that boar and crafting a water bottle. Alright, I'm gonna go over to this church. Because I have caught players sticking their face right out the window at the top of the tower before. There's one time I was about to aim in and the server restarted. As soon I was just about to fire at the guy. I came up over the crest of the hill, aimed up at the window. I had no idea anybody was gonna be there. And he was standing right there. And I was, oh, there's a player. I saw movement right there. I don't know if it was an animal. Hopefully they don't have night vision and they can't see me or hear me. I swear I saw somebody run across the street towards the church here. I don't know if they're going into the church. Door's open though. He was a fresh spawn. Sucks for him. Didn't show fame points, but I got like 3 fame points for that kill. So I was at 187 a second ago. Why can't I run? trying to get out of the open here. My stamina build back up real quick. See what it looks like without the NVGs. Yeah, definitely need these. Okay, there's the prison right there. I'm gonna head kind of towards the lake and move along there, and see if I can catch any players coming in and out of the bunker area over there. So far my my instincts have been pretty spot on about where players are. I went to the first town, there was a player there, but he was nice enough to not kill. That second guy, I mean, he just kind of caught me off guard by the way he came running out while I was pushing up. So, fortunately for him, he had to die. I'll let my stamina build up here. Feeling kind of exposed on this cliff face. I should be alright. There's not many players that hang out in these areas. There's that baby rattle again in my right ear. just heard a boar in this direction, I think. I'm going to take it out and craft a water bottle. Oh, what's this? Little hunting cabin down here. There he is. Let's clear this out first. He's heading the direction I want to head anyway. I kind of want to make this my base. No water pump here. That would make life too easy. Oh, you can't even see that with you. Hang on. Yeah, it's this direction. It's hard to hear it with the wind. I should probably go check out the server's Discord and read the rules. I might be like totally breaking all their rules by running around just killing people. Whatever, I'll just keep doing it until they kick me. There it is. Just in time. Just check the map, see what I'm near. Thought I just heard footsteps near me. It's hard to tell with the wind sound. Tell me the server's about to restart. Yep. Hopefully all this is here when I restart. I have my guns in my inventory, or I didn't put anything down. Good. Here, as soon as I craft that water bottle, the server restarts. See if it was just a desync issue, or no, won't let me pick it up still. There it goes. Alright, hopefully that stuff is still there. Turn those off. Problem is I don't have the... Damn it. Everything I did is gone. Are you kidding me? Well, at least I didn't use any resources for that other than a couple of rounds of ammunition. That pisses me off. Like, I was hoping to at least just pick up the water bottle. It's still there, good. Just hadn't spawned in yet. Glad I went back and looked. Take that out of my hands. Let's dump this one on the ground. This could work to my advantage. Well, it just did work to my advantage because that bush respawns, so I don't have to go far to look for more sticks and stuff like that. So that helps. Oh, I gotta craft a fire starter. Phase 1 starvation. What's going on? It didn't light? There it goes. So it's when I feel the most vulnerable right here. Doing stuff like this. Normally don't do this stuff out in the open, but everything I need is right here. Better drink some water. that sit there for a minute. What's my metabolism at? Let's eat this. I have another mushroom in here too. I just gotta hang out here for a minute and let a little of that digest and eat some more. So I can keep my energy levels way up. I gotta drink more water. My sodium is still skyrocketing at this point. Hang out by the fire, stay warm. I keep my mind in the game. I just thought of something with my audio setup that could help me, and I'm like, all right, well, what am I thinking about that for? That's how I'm gonna die. And I should be pretty safe around here. I can't imagine many players are gonna come through here. The closest thing is the prison right there, and they're most likely gonna. Not many players go to the prison because it's very hard to loot, especially by yourself. If people are there, they're most likely a group. I've never had luck looting that prison by myself. It's just really hard with the mechs. There's too many of them, too many lines of sight. It's too hard to get in without having people distracting, and yeah, you need people to like run interference. But the one thing I've learned playing this game for so long now, since day one, is never let your guard down anywhere on the map. You never know what's going to happen. What's going on? Something weird was going on inside chat. Alright, I can cook this now. am going to leave. Let me top off my stomach with some mushrooms. I have enough room. Oh, I gotta fix my quick access here. Alright, let's go north a little bit around the prison, and then we'll go to the C2 bunker. Hang out around there for a minute. Of course. And then head south to the airfield. I already see inside chat that there's players at the airfield. But usually they're in large groups. I don't like large groups. Usually it's, I can handle 2 or 3 players at a time. But when you start getting into groups of 5, 6 players, even just 4 players, it gets really hard to manage it. Anytime I've done that, you just, all of a sudden shots just coming from all directions. It's really hard to find cover because they spread out, and they get a good crossfire on you. Yeah, 2 or 3 players, you can kind of get them in a panic and take out 1 or 2 really quick, and then they don't know what to do. But when you have more, 4 or 5 players, the chances are 2 or 3 of them are going to be pretty good and well kitted as well. But if I go, you know what I'll do, and I'll go down to the airfield, and I'll work my way around the west side of the airfield. There's a little town I like to hit up on my way down there too, heading south. Sometimes you can find some random players looting for equipment. The guys that like to hang out around the airfield, because they'll split off from their group, go up there to get crafting materials or medical supplies or something, and you can catch them on their own, take them out. Get the points. Yeah, hit up that town, go down, go wide west around the airfield, and kind of, as a little spot I like to sit where I can kind of overwatch the control tower from the woods. And I have a scope. I have 2 guns with the scope. I might be able to take out a camper out of the tower if anybody's camping the tower. But if I notice more than a few players, then I'm probably just not going to engage. I'll take a few pot shots at them, and if I can hit them, good. If not, I'll move on. And maybe I'll go over to, there's like a factory area to the east of airfield. So what I'll do, work my way around the west to the south side of the airfield, and then head east to that factory. It's that, or go back down into like the boot camp area. Whoa, wait. Alright. That was just a tree despawning. It's like rezzing in and out there. Feels weird to be back up here. This is where I started on this server. This is that last week, Friday. I started on this server here. So I think that kill I got before at the church is 6 kills. Let me count. I got 3 the first day. All 3 were at the bunker. And then, what did I get the other day? Got 2 more the other day. That's 5, plus today is 6. 6 kills, 1 death. And it wasn't even, the death was me just resetting myself. So, I don't even know if I want to count that, but I will. Alright, I gotta head east now. I mean, in the early days when this game first came out and there wasn't as much going on the server, people would go to the top of the dam to PvP, which was kind of cool because you get caught on, if you try to cross the dam and there's snipers on either side, you get caught in the middle of a sniper battle. I haven't crossed the dam since then. I either go down either the north side or the south side of the dam. I don't bother crossing it anymore. Unless I really have to or want to. And I'm 100% sure that there's nobody on one side of it. Because then at least you can manage shots coming from one direction. And just hope they're a bad shot. So this is a route players will follow when they're leaving the bunker here and they're heading west to the dam. Although most players, when they leave that bunker, they either go north to a base, like there's a couple towns north of it and around it that they have bases, or they go south. We got ahead here. So you can see what I'm saying. You can run into players along this area here. But yeah, majority of them will tend to go south again, back to the airfield. Or like I said, there's a little town just to the north of the airfield, in between here and the airfield. That's got a decent sized town with a lot of resources. It's always a good idea to turn around and check behind you every once in a while. You never know who's been following you. I've caught players stalking me before, and they usually don't have a great weapon. Like maybe they have a handgun or just a melee weapon, and they're waiting for you to run out of stamina. So they'll just pace you and wait for you to stop to regain your stamina. So, like, my general rule is I try to pay attention to my stamina and never let it drop below 30%. So I'm getting close to it. I should stop and just let it regain, let it build up again. And it's always a good opportunity to listen for footsteps, gunshots. check your metabolism. So I'm getting close to, my colon's getting close to full. So like another good thing to do is before you push into an area where you you know that's going to be high PVP is to check your bladder and colon levels and empty them out if necessary, because you don't want to be in a situation in the middle of a PvP situation and you just end up dropping your gun on the ground and squatting, and you're just completely vulnerable when that happens. It's not the best spot to do this, but it's better than right outside the bunker. Yeah, it looks like there's a lot of drama going down at the airfield. Big hangar in the airfield. East, big hangar in the airfield. That's the admin's pointing people in a direction. He's probably put loot there or something. That's one thing about this server. It had really active admins. That's why I like playing on these private servers, because of the active admins, because there's really no chance of any hackers getting away with anything. Anybody tries any hacks or exploits, they're immediately kicked. There's immediate consequences. So out in the middle of this lake here is a little island. Can you see it from here? Is that it over there? No. I don't think there's a line of sight on it from here. But there's a church and some military tents out there, some crates and stuff. I've swam out to it before as a fresh spawn with no gear, and found a couple of guns and some good gear. Nothing like too impressive, just like a backpack and some guns and ammo, some military clothing. But swimming back, I can kind of see it from here. Swimming back to the mainland, the gear just weights you down. So there's no way to surface again. You can like surface for a second, but not long enough to get a full breath of air. And I ended up drowning and losing all the gear. So even like as I was going, I was trying to drop the gear to gain buoyancy, and nothing helped. I just ended up drowning. So I try to avoid swimming. This is definitely not like you know, PUBG swimming or Arma 3, where you can just like swim with no matter how much gear you have, you'll just stay buoyant and float. Where you have to like force yourself to dive. In this, you sink like a rock. The more gear you have on, the faster you sink. I had to learn that the hard way. I mean, getting across like the big river is not really an issue. You can make it. But you'll never make it out to that island and back. Last time I was in this bunker, it was just filled with the remnants of bodies, you know, where people's loot had fallen, and players were just coming at me. Like, I had to take out 3 players just to leave, and there was so much loot. So I don't know if there wasn't much ammo. I mean, I have everything I need as far as loot, so there's really no reason for me to go in the bunker. But we might be able to find a high-level player coming or going from the bunker and get some fame points out of them. Although this is one of those bunkers where people like to just kind of hang out inside and never leave. You don't really have a good line of sight from up here, huh? I mean, you got a good sight this direction, but you're kind of exposed over here, and you can't really see where people are coming and going unless they come and go from there. Which most players use the front gate. They don't know about going up this little cliff back here, I've noticed. Which I find is much easier. What is that? Oh, it's the chimney to one of the buildings. So that's usually where I come in and out right there. But I'm concerned about, I don't have much cover from my back here. Guess if I go around the other side of the rock, but just hang out here for a few minutes. I'm wondering if there's a certain type of mushroom I need to eat to increase my vitamin D levels. There's pretty much 2 or 3 that I've been eating. And staying away any of the ones that are psilocybes. Because, yeah, I don't feel like tripping out. Or I don't know how that would go. Maybe I'll try that one day. They might just kill you. Yes, less cars does equal more fighting over cars, which is the whole point of this game, is to fight over resources. What does he say? It's not that. Yeah. So one of the players wants more cars, which I think is a bad idea. It's usually the younger players who don't want to work for anything. They don't want to. They're not used to having to travel around a map this size. Probably only play Minecraft creative mode and fly around. I think I just heard something. Just noise on the wind, maybe. I'm gonna go up the hill around this base and see if, so I've never really explored the upper part of this base here, and I think there's like another area. Yeah, see, somebody was hanging out here. What a spot to have a fire. Yeah, I've never been around the upper part of the base. I want to see if there's like, I know about there's, in behind that fence, there's 2 kind of like front entrance doors. But I always wondered if there is a back hatch. Because this base is, on the inside is big. Oh, sorry, donkey. Don't charge me. Another donkey up there. What is that? No, it's just a log. Hopefully it's just a log. It's not a player looking at me, is it? Oh my god, all the noises going off right now. Do not like running into the sun like this. Yeah, so I want to see if there is a hatch up here. Because, like I said, inside this base is huge, but down the front of it, it's not that big of an area. And I have heard gunshots coming, like mech sounds coming from another area, but I'm not sure if it's like a back entrance or I'm just hearing something different. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Always check your corners even when you're out in the open. How many times I've had players just run by me and you just clip them in the back. So I guess there isn't a back hatch to this base anywhere. I've never seen a ladder leading out of it. But then again, I may not have fully explored the entire base. It's pretty big. So there's the main gate, which is closed. And the mechs aren't aggroing on anybody. So I'm going to say there's nobody here and move on. The only sign of players I see is like old campfire. And who knows how long that's been there. That could be there for up to 14 days or 15 days, so. Alright, I'm kind of heading right for it. There's a little town over here I'm going to head towards. I'm going to keep an eye on the low ground. For inbound players. Now I need to urinate. Follow this ridge here for a little while. I don't know if this just drops off on a cliff or it might just drop off as a cliff right here, so I'm probably gonna have to go down here. Yeah. Oh, there's a tunnel. So I can follow the ridge. Because I saw the road and realized that either that road dead ends or it goes into a tunnel. Did I ever find vitamins the other day? I don't think I did. Aspirin. And take one of these. Take one of those. Well, the good news today is I haven't contracted any sickness, so losing those layer of clothing yesterday definitely helped with the hypothermia issue. And I'm just trying to stay on top of eating mushrooms today and see how that helps with my vitamin levels. There is a medical facility in this town. I'm going to go in there and see if I can find, well, I'll loot the whole town and see if I can find any vitamins, multivitamins that might help me as well. Oh, we're getting like blizzard conditions here. This is cool. Little squalls of snow blowing up and stuff. See, I don't like those. I don't like the shape of those mushrooms. And the color. I mean, even in the real world, the brighter, the more attractive looking the mushroom, the less you want to eat it. Also, the more oddly shaped it is, the less you want to eat it. Alright, kind of got turned around and headed away from this town. I was about to go in a circle. Like this mushroom looks good. Take that one. I think just ahead here is a really nice overwatch of this town, so I can kind of sit on a rock up there and take a look at what's going on, see if there's any movement before I go down into the town. I was thinking of up there. Or maybe it's over this way. No, I'm just to the... Yeah, alright, I know where I am. That's the police station right there. Yeah, this is the town I spawned in on this server. Spawned on the road just on the other side of this town. Wait a second. What's going on right there? It's just a cash register. I'm gonna look for fortified buildings. The ladder. I don't see any puppets either. There, I want that building there. Is that fortified? Yep. Damn it. Alright, well, that's a good building to fortify too. Nice size. You know that's a group of people that did that because that's not easy. Just in case anybody's around. I could try to lockpick it. Don't really have a line of sight from here. See better from the other room, probably. Yeah. I'm wondering if they locked the front and back door. I can see straight through to the back. I don't see it fortified on the lower level. So somebody may have started to do this and then... Because there's no way to lock... Once you're in there, there's no doors to lock on the inside. Be a waste of resources if you can't lock the door. I mean, it is a glass door. And it's a double door as well. The hell is that? So all I'm really looking for here is vitamins. Sometimes you can find them sitting on the edge of a sink or sitting right in front of you. How convenient. Well, we can move on now. don't see any open doors. It doesn't look like there's any players around. Alright, so we got puppets. Let's not aggro them. Sounds like a bear is fighting those puppets. Let me switch to my long range scope here. I'm getting a lot of lag here. That usually means there's more players around though. Do I have room for this anywhere? Yeah, I can do that. Where's there? There, that's where all the good stuff is. There. And where's the other one? They're not spawning in, but this row along here usually has good loot. And then this group over here will have some good loot. Let me switch back to my ACOG. Back out of the snow. I'm gonna head around the west side here. Another thing I wanted to try for vitamin D was, maybe if I lose this face mask. Get more sun on my skin. See if the levels go up now. I can start heading south here. Again? May as well just regain all my stamina here. I've seen a lot of players moving along this path. It's a good way to move around to the south side of the airfield. There's more loot on that side of the airfield. It's easier to get to the loot from that side of the airfield too. Yeah, there's more mechs. There's usually more puppets, but it's closer to the fence line. So if you're good, you could make it through without aggroing any of the mechs and puppets and get into one of the sheds. You have a pretty good chance of getting good gear and getting back out of there. There's just a longer run across the field. Easier to be from the coming from the north than there is from the south. It's more cover from the south too, cars and stuff to hide behind. There's one player, everybody's saying PvP's at the airfield. So the airfield is dead. So there's one guy, a stapler. All right, so there's more players on their way to the airfield. The admin's on his way to the airfield. I don't want to kill the admin. Just got a load of intel on side chat. So what direction are they coming from is the question. I watch my back here. Sometimes the straightest path. Alright. Everybody's at boot camp, they said. That's where I was thinking about headed. Interesting. So this guy, if he's going to head to boot camp, depending on what side of the airfield he's on, he might come right by me. What just happened? There's a guy I killed yesterday. Now my concern is, did he see me? I would have heard him by now if he was that close. Are you kidding me? Alright, I'm just gonna hope this thing goes away. I'm not gonna shoot it. Good. There's somebody in there. Oh, tell me, I thought I lost my scope for a second. Oh my god, that's the guy who was talking inside chat. He was camping the freaking control tower. Alright, I'm gonna change position. Yeah. He just gave me a GG inside chat. Man, my heart is racing off that one. I didn't realize I was in fully auto there. Man, I got that zeroing down perfect on that. 200 meters. I wasn't 100% sure what the range was on that, but damn. All right, I'm gonna go south a little bit, I think. Here, let me drop down on the ground here and do this. That felt good. Let's see, what do they say? This guy, Zeppelin, thought he killed it. You didn't kill me. RPD or whatever did. Yeah, but I wanted to sound like I was able to kill someone. Somebody tried to claim credit for my kill. I like that. A Stapler gave me credit there. It's nice of him. That's what you get for giving out your position in side chat. Why are you going to do that? I had no idea he was a control tower. I just assumed he was going to be in the control tower. Because where else would you be if you're at the airfield? So that guy, what's the other guy that's there? Zeppelin. I mean, I could hang around and see what happens to him. Should I taunt him in side chat and tell him to go get the gear? Nah. I try to stay out of side chat. I just read it. Alright, let's head over toward boot camp. Mess with the admin. I'll do, I'm going to head towards, there's a town, I'm going to go there. Usually people like to make bases in this town over here because it's close to the airfield. They can come and go easily. So I was going to go east of the airfield, but now that I just got some intel inside chat that people are west, I'm going to head west. They're all towards boot camp again. This is where I started out yesterday. So, kind of going full circle around the map here today. Dude, it's been a while since I've got like a reputation on a server. I used to have that in Arma 2, where people would see that I was on, they'd see me show up in the kill feed, and then I'd have half the server coming at me. So I'm kind of feeling that on this server. I think I could get that reputation. Some of the names these guys have. My gamer tag, I was thinking about this the other day. That's the name of my channel, my gamer tag. I'm trying to think of like when I created it. I can't remember. It's early PlayStation 2 days when online gaming was first coming to console. Before PSN, pre-PSN, pre-Xbox Live. I was playing, what was the game? Siphon Filter? Omega Strain, I think it was. One of the first games I played online. And Star Wars Battlefront on PlayStation 2. Those are like the first two online games that I ever played, and that was probably, what, 2003, 2004? So that's where my name originated from, and it's really just my name. It's my initials with the year I was born. I'm an old man. Because that's about as creative as we got back then. We didn't realize that you can like come up with these amazing creative names. Or uncreative, as some of the kids on this server have. Although I like A Stapler. It's like, I need a name for this server. And he looked around his desk and he saw a stapler. He's like, hey, there's a stapler there. That's my name. My stamina build here. Oh, I never popped a vitamin. That's what I wanted to do. I'm going to eat 2. I don't want to overdo it. Vitamins aren't adjusting at all. But it's not dropping. That's a good sign. And usually, 3 or 4 days in, I have a vitamin D deficiency easily. I'm holding at 15%. I was down to 0. And I'm wondering if it was that other mushroom that I ate. Is there another one here that I have that one? I want to try this one. See if that does anything. Yeah, I still can't believe that I was just sitting in the tower like that. That's asking to die. I should go and go onto like one of my other my old YouTube channels and pull some of my Arma 3 content from when Breaking Point was a big game, big mod for that. Now Breaking Point is moving towards a standalone, so that'll be kind of cool. You need to urinate again. This guy's got the smallest bladder ever. So, my water levels are still good. I still have a little bit of water, I think. Yeah, about half a container of water. Ah, my vitamin levels went up. I don't know if it was from the vitamins I ate or from the fungus. Now, I probably should have just not ate that fungus. Alright, so we know that there were players saying they were coming to the airfield from this direction, so I just want to be careful as I move past these facilities and stuff like that. What is that? So where are we at? 7 kills so far. Not today, but 2 kills today, 2 kills yesterday, 3 kills the first day I was on the server. So I'm just trying to rack my brain to think if there was anything else that happened along the way. I think what I'm thinking of is the day that I had those players combat log. They ran inside their base and logged out. I mean, from their behavior, it looks like that's what their intention was, to log out. I just happened to be there and shoot at them as they were going into their base, so. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt on that one, that they didn't just intentionally combat log. Saw some movement right there. That patch of grass looks funny. post up on this rock for a minute and just to have a look around, look for bases, any fortifications on windows, and see if there's any movement around. I don't really have a great line of sight here. I think there's a two-story house along this street that can give me a good overview of the town. Just looking for fortifications before I move in. Is that door open? The doors look closed. Hey, what's up, Cook? How you doing? I think you may have just missed me pop somebody's head off at the airfield. I don't know if you saw that. It's been running around the map hunting players. Found 3, only killed 2. The first one I let go because he was a kid who barely had a grasp on the English language, so didn't want to take advantage. I don't think I saw any other open doors in this town. Everything else looks closed up. I don't think anybody's been through here. I don't see any fortifications either. I should top off my water bottle back here. Oh, look at that, was open. All right. So I bet you somebody stopped by here. I thought there was a car in here. There he goes. That's funny, I mentioned car. I think it's that down there that has a car. Where's he going? Well, I'm glad I didn't stop to fill my water bottle right there. Doesn't sound like they're stopping. Oh, they're coming back. Okay, so it just came out of nowhere. This is kind of risky. Can I fill off of this? No. Hit up this 2-story here. See if this guy comes back. So there's clearly something going on in this town, that car driving around like that. Not a big fan of this building because of those back windows there. I think I kind of want to go around to the other side of the town, hit up one of the other. I know on the south side or the north side of this town, there's another 2-story that's got a pretty good view. Oh, I had a feeling. I was going to say, I bet you that's Zeppelin in the car, and it was, because he's just casually driving around the airfield. That must have been him. Or maybe he's commenting about the guy who just drove by, so Zeppelin's still at the airfield. That's weird. The only door I see open is that garage door that I was just at by the water pump. Alright, my stamina build up here. Can I see the police station from here? A little bit. I'm very surprised I haven't seen any fortified buildings here. Like, this seems like the type of town people would want to hang out in and build a base. I bet you that car, that's probably that guy Schatz, who's the admin. And the way he's just casually driving around, like, just does not care. And you could probably see that, I don't know how the admin maps work on this game. If they can see my locations and stuff like that. I'm not sure. If they have a heat map or something. That's a nice window. See, this door's open here too. But yeah, I don't see any fortified buildings. I'm surprised. Alright, I'm gonna keep pushing towards boot camp. What is it? 20 to 10 about? 23 to 10. All right, let's go see, or at least try to get in position to see if I can take out any campers around this train yard area. Because I know people like to camp on the west side on the rocks, and also they like to camp in the towers around the train yard. See if we can take anybody out, or at least be in position to hunt around there tomorrow. Still Trying is here, getting really grumpy in side chat about something. Oh. Have I killed Still Trying yet? Because now I kind of want to. I wish I knew. I like this guy grabbed my balls. He's funny. But Still Trying, still a little sour. Talking about he owns every town. I don't know about that. Oh my god, please tell me where he is. Oh, that's nice. Oh, it was Zeppelin in the Jeep. He's giving it away now. He's logging out and giving his Jeep away. That's very nice of him. Ghost footsteps again. I'm really interested to see how the other headset works out once I get the new cable for it. And I just need it to be compatible with my mix amp, so I had to get a different cable. And I wanted to have a microphone. So I bought the headset I have, these Shure headset, studio headsets have interchangeable cords on them. So I'm going to swap them out for ones with a microphone so I could use them for in-game chat. I'm going to have to find a way to test that though through like Discord or something, or join a low pop server with somebody and try to meet up to test it out. I'm going to do that over the weekend if I get the cable in time. And head south a little bit more. So I'm going to troll around B3. Like, because this is where a lot of the aggressive players are going to be, in these sectors here. I'm so psyched that I made it through a stream without getting sick. This is the worst I had was phase 0 starvation, which we were able to take care of immediately. I was only able to increase my vitamin D level by 1%, but that was through eating. I think that's from eating the vitamins, because that's when they're up. Let's do this real quick. I have 5 more vitamins. Let's pop 2 more and see what it does. Well, apparently they make me urinate. So I'm definitely going to attribute the fact that I'm not sick to yesterday's Twitch chat. So everybody who was hanging out yesterday in the chat, thank you for helping me out and helping me figure out that. And now I just got to work out these vitamin issues, which aren't really an issue at this point. So I think, you know, just finding more vitamins should work that issue out, and eating, just regularly stopping and eating a couple of vitamins and getting those levels up. So now my biggest threat in this game are the humans, then mechs, then puppets. Probably, I don't know, on this server it seems like the puppets are more of a threat than the mechs. I think I've taken more damage from puppets than mechs. Did I die? I'm having trouble seeing the screen there. Elisa, how you doing? What's going on? I don't have my glasses on, so... Which makes me hitting that headshot earlier even more amazing. That's why you guys will see me lean in and squint. Especially when I'm not wearing my glasses. I need to get either a bigger monitor or thicker glasses. I don't know. I don't know which. Also, I just noticed Smooth Broom followed. Thanks for the follow. It's been a while since I caught people hanging out up on top of these things, but I'll still sweep by and check. And it's more likely somebody's going to be hanging out on the rocks on the west side of it. The gates are closed over here. I don't think many people come here. I mean, it's a good place to get a starter kit, but it's much easier to get going at like Airfield or the whatever that facility is that's just east of the airfield. At least I started at 7 p.m. Eastern. So just about 3 hours. I stream every day, 7 p.m. Eastern time to about 10. Sometimes I'll go later. It depends on like what I was doing during the day. I'm an IT guy, so I spend a lot of time in front of computer screens, so my eyes wear out quick. But, you know. So today I'll probably going to end in like another 10 minutes or so. But I'll be back tomorrow at 7. And maybe I'll start like on the weekend streaming longer, because then I could rest on Saturday mornings, and like I'll do like a late stream on Fridays or something. What was that? Alright, I'm just seeing things. I always get jumpy when I'm near places like this. The nice thing about when people are up in there trying to snipe, they're usually looking into the facility and not paying attention to back here. Like, who would be walking through the middle of a field? Me. Looking for you. I'll just sweep through the tree line here for like my last little hurrah. See if I can find somebody. Get a few more fame points before I finish up. Well, it looks like my viewer count's going up towards the 10 o'clock hour. Maybe I need to like shift my schedule to later. Like start streaming at like 8 and stream till like 11. This way I can give my eyes a rest for a few hours in the evening before I start streaming. Go to the beach and watch the sunset or something. Right there. That's where snipers usually sit. So there's a grouping of rocks right here. I didn't realize I was going to get to it this quick. And I spooked that boar, so that would alert anybody who's around if they're paying attention. I just heard a mech. There's somebody down in there. What do you think the zeroing is on that? I'm going to go 200 meters again. The question is, where were they? It sounded like a mech on the far side, so they were probably just behind me going into the facility. Just got to watch my back here. We'll give them a few minutes if they come around. I think I heard a mech on that far side. I heard a prisoner leave this area. Yep, there's the shots. So it's that one right there that's firing. So they're down that road. Luckily the mechs on this server are bad shots. Yeah, see that one just went off its path? I don't want to push down in there and risk myself, but that one over there isn't aggroed. Somewhere in the middle. I'm the first streamer to answer you? That's amazing. I mean, I could see some big streamers, you know, their chat is just going so quick that it's hard to handle. I mean, I've been raided before by streamers back in my Arma 2 days, and your chat just goes nuts. All of a sudden you go from like 10 viewers to 700 viewers, and you're like, what the hell is going on? So I can't imagine like always having, you know, a couple hundred people chatting at you. You're not going to catch everything. The conversation becomes more between the viewers than between the viewers and the streamer. But I'm glad I could be the first streamer to answer you in chat. So you can come back every day and I could answer you every day. What time is it? 9:56. Give this guy a few more minutes. I don't like to sit in one spot too long. I don't like to camp like this. I like to kill people who camp like this. I always get nervous staying in one spot too long. But, I mean, the exits are there. There's 2 exits on the far side. There's an exit up in that corner. There's an exit there. And I think there's a few more cracks in the wall along here. But the good stuff is right there and there. Which mech was that? It's not that one. Could be in this building here. It was that one there. That one just came way up its path to hunt this guy down. So, see, that mech is heading towards wherever he is. So he's on the far side over there. He's probably going to loot out. There's, I think in that building there is a armory. I just saw movement in that window, didn't I? Am I imagining things? This is how I get shot in the back of the head. Alright, see, he's going back on course now. This one's maintaining its course, so he's probably in either this building or this brick building here. The red brick building or the gray brick building. Give it another minute and then I'm bailing. This is the longest I've stayed in one spot, other than when I'm like crafting or cooking, in a long time. That he'll probably spend a good few minutes in those buildings. I'm gonna bail. Let me just get to a safe area away from that facility there into the middle of the woods here. Go over that rock there. Tomorrow. We'll deal with the hunger tomorrow. I gotta hunt then. This is a nice little spot right here. Switch my scopes out. Okay, everybody. I'm gonna call it a stream right there. Had some fun today. Was able to hunt down a few players. Had a few one interesting interaction with a kid sitting on a sled at the beginning of the stream, so probably put that in a video tomorrow. Make sure you check out my YouTube channel, rpod77 on YouTube. You could see some of my stream highlights, and my other streams are there. So you can also watch the VODs on here. Like I said, I'll be back tomorrow at 7, and maybe I'll start thinking about moving my times around too, or streaming longer. And if I had put my glasses on earlier, I probably could have lasted longer today. I should remember to do that. All right, everybody. Once again, thanks. And hopefully I get to see you guys tomorrow, 7 p.m. Thanks for the follows, everybody. And thanks for coming in and chatting. And yeah. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night.